And when it came around is when she finally would feed me. See, we didn't have a dollar cause my mom was steady working, trying to get the college certificate, but she hurting, barely getting by. We got evicted and I'm crying wild. I'm getting sick of selling tickets, really ain't shit to me. We make it
special guest in the building.
I mean, not so special, but you know, I guess.
Very differently, I'm different. I'm fed up. I'm trying to get my bread up.
Young Apollo.
Young Apollo in the building.
Round of applause sound effect. Thought you had one.
Oh, what?
Don't you have a...
Oh, I do. That's right.
Glad to be here.
That needs to stop.
You need a fade out transition on that.
And then boom.
And then booze. I need booze.
And then a booze.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks.
How's it feel?
Good. It's weird to be here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just in case you're late to the game, Apollo is our new artist on the Specktators Collective.
Yeah.
He is 19 years old.
No, 20.
I just turned 20. You just turned 20.
Yeah,
when was your birthday?
July 8th.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah,
dope.
just turned 20.
Dope. Yeah, it's old news.
You don't know who the hell you're signing.
I have no idea. I should have asked for a birth certificate.
Yeah, who'd you sign?
Yeah, so what do we have for him today as far as like...
Oh, what a surprise. I say...
No. Wait, okay.
I say we start with some fan voicemails.
Oh, start with them?
I say we do. And then we get into like normal pod mode.
Dope.
And then if you have like, I don't know if you have the voicemail separated, like if you have some Apollo questions.
I don't have them separated, but...
Well, why don't we just do the voicemails first?
Go right into the voicemails. We haven't done this yet. This is unprecedented.
Yeah, because I think it's good. Like if we have some Apollo questions, I think it's good to like do those first. Let the listeners get to hear from Apollo a little bit, and then because I got some shit I want to talk about topic wise.
Oh,
yeah.
So then we can get into the pod.
I have 0 topics.
Well, okay. Before I get into the voicemails, for those that didn't see your intro video, can you give like a brief, like if you were writing your own bio and you want to tell people just the bullet points of what your music is about or what you even are about as an artist?
Like, do you want to give a summary about my life?
Just a goal. Yeah. You could even go like how you got started into music and then just what you want to accomplish on the label pretty much.
You want me to just play your YouTube video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured I don't want this to be awkward or anything, but just you got other people that probably haven't seen your intro video, maybe listening to this. So this is
Facts.
It doesn't have to be super long, just like a few sentences and that's it.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be super long.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
That's what he said.
Make it long. This could be like a 3-hour. Okay.
Pause.
Let's be mature here.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm 20 years old, not 19. And I'm from Lansing, Michigan. I moved to St. John's when I was young. Grew up there. Started making music when I was like 14. Started making music because I was on Facebook at like 3 a.m. and I was like, yo, like this if I should make a rap. And my cousin Mitch liked it. And I was like, fuck it. So I made a song. And then I didn't make songs. I was like, wow, that's kind of fun. But I didn't make songs for like another couple months. And then I started making more real songs when I was like 16. Like I had a bunch of shit happen in my life. So I'd like, oh, I actually have shit to talk about. So then I had actual content to talk about, and I was just like listening to, when I started making music, I was listening to a lot of like Eminem and Logic and Drake and shit like that. And then now that I'm like getting older, listening to more like singers and stuff like that. So when I was 16, I had like my first show I headlined my first show. It was me and a couple other people, which didn't go very well at all. And then I headlined I did a couple more headliners. I headlined at the Loft when I was 17. Opened up for like TK and Cash, Rich the Kid, King Los, Mark Battles, Cap G, a couple other people.
Word.
So I've been doing shows for years. And then I don't know. I've been doing a lot. I was really big on shows for a while. Like I was doing like shows were my thing for like a while. Like I was just doing shows like once a month. I probably done like 30 shows in my day. And then I joined like a group called Zoom. And then I left Zoom, and then I keep saying and then I'm sorry, and then
what was Zoom?
Zoom is a group in Lansing. It was like kind of like the Specktators, but not at all.
Oh, just like an
independent kind of label type thing. And then I left, and then I started working on my own music, and then I released like 2 songs in high school for real, but I like worked on music every single day. And then that's basically it. And then now I'm here.
That's, I think, one of the dope things about even why I'm excited about having you on board now is I know you have like, you've been working on your craft, but yet you have never really had much material out on the internet.
Yeah.
And so as like one of the Specktators label owners now, having you on board is really cool to me because I think you come in fresh with like, you do actually know what you're doing on a mic and like you can spit, you can make a song, but yet you haven't really used up any of that juice yet. Yeah. So that's cool for me.
I started like I've been recording myself for since I was 17, so about 3 years. Cause so like I had a home studio at my dad's apartment, and then one of my friends spilt like a drink on it, like my mixer. So I was like, I'm fucked. Like I have nothing else to do. So there's a studio in Lansing called Studio 707. And I like begged the owner to teach me how. And so that's like my job. Like my job is to record people. So that's
and that's also huge. Like Cyrus was the same way.
He worked at the same studio as I did.
And so it's easy for us for you to come on board. Same with Cyrus, and like really know what you're doing with all the interfaces and recording yourself, because it's a lot less hands-on that we need to be.
I know that you say that it was one of your goals to get signed to this label. Yep. Is there any specific thing that made you like, or drew you to being part of this? Or
when I was like 17 or 18, I finally that's when I like found out about the Specktators. I was like, holy shit, because I heard 180, like your Spec 16, and I was like, this shit's fucking fire, bro. And then I was like, this dude's so super dope. And then I found out about Cyrus. Then I think Cyrus had just opened up for Somo or some shit. That's when I found out. I don't know how long.
Yeah, I remember when that was.
Yeah. So that was like around the time you guys had just dropped the I don't remember that cipher that you guys did.
Oh, the
one for Common
after
Ground.
Joel's.
We did that for the one after Joel's wedding, but we did it to promo Common Ground.
Yeah, and then I don't know, like you guys did something different. Like people in Lansing like want to stay in. They say they don't want to stay in Lansing, but they want to be like in the streets of Lansing. They want to be They just want to be like the king of the town. Like I want to be the king of everything, not just the king of the town. So like that's why I liked it, because you guys have like a goal to be bigger than just like the king of the town. You want to be the king of the world, like in the grand scheme of it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So you want to jump into voicemails?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. First one.
Hey, what up? My name is Brandon. I am from California, and I just wanted to know, hey Pac, when are you coming up with that new album?
That is for me to know and you to find out, but we're working. Lots of things will happen in 2019. I'm not saying anything more than that, but yeah, I'll at least give you guys like, I'm not gonna drop any surprise albums on you between now and the end of the year, so you can rest easy on that. But 2019 will be a very fun year.
Ooh,
too fun.
Mysterious.
Hey, what up? My name is Brandon. I am from California, and I just wanted to know, hey Pac. So,
I thought.
Oh, that was the.
That's the same kid.
I forgot to delete his same one. He was the guy that made the follow-up.
Hey, what up, Pac?
Yeah, he asked about the album twice.
This is Josh from Mount Pleasant, Michigan. My question is...
Mount Pleasant.
Well, you guys both
CMU.
mentioned that you're beer drinkers, so I'm just curious what your go-to beer is and if you like any IPAs. Thanks.
Moti?
I'm not the beer connoisseur.
Apollo's underage, so he's never had beer.
No.
That's true.
That's crazy. I've been drinking beer for 9 years.
Yeah, 'cause you're like
actually longer than that. I'm not like a beer connoisseur at all. I'm not one of those guys that like goes to the.
You're a Bud Light guy.
Yeah, I'm the guy that drinks the stuff that gets the job done and doesn't make me feel like.
Although beer connoisseurs would argue that stuff doesn't get the job done.
What do you mean?
It's less alcohol content than like your craft beers.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to just sit down for an hour and get hammered and then go home.
Why?
Sounds pretty fun.
No. Normally when I'm drinking, it's for an activity that is also going on while that I'm drinking. So I have to span it out.
So you want to be able to pace yourself.
Yes.
I'm the same way.
So I pretty much only drink light beer. There are times that I like doing the other stuff, but
I'm not an IPA guy.
neither am I really.
I had a little phase where I was, but not my favorite now. In the wintertime, maybe in the fall, I like a nice crisp porter.
Yeah, those are
I
good.
like the vanilla Java porter. I know it's kind of a basic one, but I'm a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a light. Like I don't like the really heavy, thick ones, but that one's like a lighter.
Yeah, I'm not a big IPA guy. But the thing is that it's funny if anybody asks me what type of beer I like, that's why I say I'm not a beer connoisseur, because I can't tell you like, what the specific like names of them are or anything like that.
What do you usually drink?
Lighter beer, like anything that's like.
You like Bud Light, Coors Light.
Well, even when I go to a brewery, I'm always looking like I'm never looking for the one that's like higher than 8%. You know, like I'm always looking.
You like
in
the blondes?
Yeah, because they're always like between 5 and like 7%. But the 8 and the 11s and like everything like that, I'm like, dude, I have 2 of those and I'm like too fucked up to even.
Glow always just gets the one that gets her the most fucked up.
Yeah, that's what Aaron does, and I hate that shit. Like, dude, we have like 6 hours of drinking. Why do you have to go to that one?
But she sips it way more than I do, mine. All right, next.
All right, listen. This is Wasim from Philadelphia, and I have a serious-ass question for y'all. This shit has been boggling my mind for, like, hours now. So listen. When I first heard of you guys, I listened to, like, Yale Girls and Falling Up and shit. But then I discovered Whippin'. I discovered that whole project, right? And I was listening to that shit, and I was like, this is a dope-ass fucking song. And now, a little while ago, you released Used Cars. Now, here's my question, and this is just my headcanon of like connecting these two songs together. But is Used Cars referencing the shit you were rapping about in Whippin'? That's just my question. I don't have any like big, like, oh my god, you guys fucking are amazing and I love you. You guys are amazing and I do love you, but I don't have any like big ass stories or anything interesting to say. So that's my question. Thank you.
That was good. That was one of my favorite questions we've had on the pod, probably. Yeah, I did reference the song Whippin' in Used Cars, if that's the question.
I think he was digging into something deeper, like there was a connection between the two songs, but
I mean, not really. I referenced Whippin' in Used Cars, but there's not some super deep like I didn't write Used Cars the day after I wrote Whippin' or anything like that.
I feel like people think that there always has to be like a connection between songs. Like if you say something similar, like it's
it's crazy when you
Packy's not that deep.
When you look on the internet and you see all these like deep dives into album rollouts and stuff. Like I remember that there were a bunch of theories about Damn when it came out, Kendrick's album. And there's some of them that did you say you hate that album?
Yeah.
You're insane.
I listened to that album one time through.
No.
No, I didn't like that one.
But there were like theories about it and I'm the last person to do the conspiracy theories with rap, but there were some that I was like, that's pretty legit. And it turns out not to be true, and you're like, how do people even come up with that shit?
They have too much time on their hands.
But there's nothing crazy there, but I just referenced, I think the line was like something about your whip, right? Same whip from Whippin'.
Was it from a project? Is that from a project?
Yeah, it was from the first mixtape we ever made, a song called Whippin'. Whippin' is actually, it's not one of my favorites, just because like the sound, it was our first mixtape. The sound quality and shit is like, so for me, it's not, but I still perform it at shows because it goes so fucking hard.
That's crazy.
I love that shit.
Johnny Giuliano.
Wow.
That was when Johnny Giuliano was popping. That was Wiz.
Hey, we're just riding around me mugging old folks, you know?
This song was ill.
This
Got
beat
the
goes
AK with
so hard.
The drop is like the kick.
Back, dummy.
Johnny Giuliano was one of the ones that knew how to mix.
We be rolling, real flowing. Got no clue where we going. 2 in the afternoon, but you can't tell me it's not morning.
Ooh.
Yo, You sound young as fuck.
I was young as fuck, bro.
That's crazy.
He was as young as you.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Similar. Yeah. Yeah, same. Probably same.
That's crazy.
I think same.
Yeah.
Same exact.
The exact same age?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, because when we first
We've
started,
been doing this for a long time.
yeah, when we were doing like a lot of our first shows doing shit with green scheme and stuff, like I was the only one with that was underage.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's
I had the X's on
You
my
had the
hands.
X's on your
No
hand for a
old
long
girlfriends
time.
here, but I got X's on my hands.
Boo.
Yeah, right. Those bars.
Whack.
What's up? It's Alexander from Birmingham, Alabama. A couple of days ago,
Alexander Loyal.
Apollo. Congrats, Apollo.
Thanks.
Happy to see a new artist on the label. And notice he's from the Met, and I literally just thought of this question. Are you guys going to sign anybody that's not from Michigan? Because everybody so far.
Hell no.
Just wondering.
I have a question.
The specifics about that.
Did he
Anyway,
literally mean he
thanks.
just saw this question as he was congratulating Apollo, or before he?
That's what I was wondering.
That's why he was talking kind of slow. He was like,
He's like, I don't really have a
"Congratulations."
question.
Oh, here's a good one. He's like scrolling through Apollo's bio. See, he's from Michigan.
That's a good one.
No, we probably won't, at least in the near future, just because it's so much, I think, better to be able to work hands-on with guys. And even like Marcus lives in Michigan, but he's not in Lansing. He's like an hour away. And like, that's fine because he can come to the office still whenever necessary.
If we ever need to touch base, he can do it easily.
Yeah, and like, could we do it? Like, I even talked to Apollo about this recently. Like, if he moved or something, what would happen? And I was like, we can make it work. It's not, but I don't know that I'd necessarily go out of my way to go find someone that wasn't in Michigan.
The thing is, the starting year is probably the most important one, and it's easier for us to transition if they're here instead of once they get used to
starting.
it, right? Once they get used to everything and they're actually in the system and they're used to how everything at the collective works, then it's a lot easier to work.
Yeah.
The collective. All right. I need to take that sound effect away.
I need to get some more sound effects.
Long time listener,
Who?
first time caller.
Hoyt.
Hey boys, it's Blake.
Blake?
Long time listener, first time caller. I was wondering, since Space Jam 2 just got released with LeBron being the headliner, who do you think are going to be the other ones to be on his team with them? Who do you think the Looney Tunes are going to go up against in the league
Fucking
today?
great question.
To be clear, Space Jam 2 did not get released. It was
announced.
It's been announced.
The movie, right? What are we talking about?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you really not seen Space Jam, the original?
No, I've seen the Space in the original.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
you
like, I don't
better
know-
have.
I know nothing about sports for
Okay.
real.
Okay, fair enough. I love that question.
Well, we're about to talk about sports all podcast.
Oh fuck.
I haven't even thought about that though. Like, I forgot. I didn't forget.
I
But
forgot there were people that didn't watch sports.
Well, I wasn't.
I watch football. I don't watch basketball at all.
I wasn't thinking like about the other players in it. You know, it's just like MJ was in the first one, LeBron's in the second one. That's it. But Durant will be in it. He's got to be in it. I'm sure. D Wade,
Steph.
Westbrook. No, Westbrook. If Westbrook's not the man, he won't be in it. Kyrie is going to be in it as a Monstar. like everyone else is gonna morph
Be animated.
Everyone else is gonna morph into
he's
like
gonna
these
stay
big
real.
bad monsters, and D Wade is gonna morph into Kyrie Irving.
Oh my god.
I like
Floss.
Durant, Steph, and Wade for sure. Chris Paul. Those four. Maybe Melo.
Dope.
Facts.
Banana.
Still faded from last night, but we made it.
Word. Okay.
It's a good song.
That's the voicemails.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't even heard the hook. It just goes hard.
Does the hook go hard?
It does at shows.
Maybe it'll get enough votes to do it at
Yo, that's a dope idea.
Thank you, bro.
That's a cool fucking idea.
Oh, well, might as well plug that real quick too.
Tower Fest.
When you guys hear this, it'll be the last day to go to the website, get your tickets for the show. Apollo's performing, Marcus Ryan's performing, Sway Boy and Tone, who are local artists here in Lansing, good dudes. They'll be on the bill. But go get your tickets. You get to vote for the songs you want to hear me perform. And when you hear this tomorrow, Friday, it'll be the last day to do that. Because we got to cut it off at some point so I can actually like prepare the set.
Right. So if you're too late, if you wait until after Friday, either get them from the artists. Apollo has tickets.
Get them from me, please.
Or you can get them on the Loft's website.
All the
you're
artists
not
have
from
tickets,
here.
by the way.
Yeah, Marcus does. Yeah,
Yeah, all the artists
Can't
have
leave
tickets.
Marcus out to dry.
but get the tickets from me.
Yeah. Apollo's the one on the podcast.
Yeah, get them.
We're gonna get a call from Marcus tomorrow. What the fuck?
Marcus is like, I'll call podcast next week.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, how far away is that show from here?
It's coming up.
Yo, that's pretty. I need to get my fucking set.
Is it
together,
like
yo.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
I low-key do have my set together, but
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
2 weeks. I don't have shit together because I don't even know what songs I'm performing.
that's crazy.
All right.
I got a topic.
Okay, go ahead.
Go on.
Well, okay.
Well, it's music related, so I figured I'd get that out of the way.
Everything I was going to talk about today is music related.
Whoa.
Well, kind of. Yeah, it is.
Good job.
Thanks, bro.
Um,
Oh, LeVar Ball will be on Space Jam 2.
I thought you said LeVar Ball will be on our podcast next week.
I wish. Never lost.
Today I came across an article that said the headline was just Spotify gives
independent artists
no
direct ability to upload music.
Yeah, but that wasn't the headline.
Whoa,
I was
is
trying-
that for real though?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's fucking.
that's what they
crazy.
plan to do.
It's beta right now.
So that's a game changer.
Like, do you
Yeah.
have to pay for that shit though?
No.
No,
Yo, fuck.
Yeah.
Still got.
at least that's not how the article read to me.
No, you definitely don't have to pay for it.
You still need a distributor for fucking Apple Music though and shit like
for,
that.
Right,
Yes.
for everything else. But
Yes.
Spotify,
That would be
you can-
sweet though.
Yeah.
If you could do it without that.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing though. I guess they don't really police it though now. You're just paying a distributor, and the distributor's not like, oh, you have a sample in this or whatever. They're not really.
Well, and I
No.
mean, I'm wondering what it's going to entail as far as how good the dashboard is going to be. Because that's key too. Because
True.
like, okay, and this is kind of independent music talk. So I guess some people won't be able to like understand this necessarily, but like distro.
Wait, so
was
hold
about
on,
to say
hold
that.
on. Before we go, are you about to explain this, like as far as how it is now compared
Yeah.
to what they're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say like DistroKid right now is basically $20 a year, and you can upload as many songs as you want.
Yes.
And they don't take anything
Right,
other than your $20.
right.
That's crazy. I don't know how they make money.
But
I don't know how they make money either.
That
That's
makes sense
crazy.
to me.
the main thing is just like, at least for me, I don't like DistroKid's dashboard. Like they don't give you like information in a very clean manner.
But that could change any day.
Wait, you
Right.
don't like DistroKids?
I don't like their dashboard, but for them, for what they charge and what they offer, and they actually offer some cool things. Like they're actively trying to make their business better, and it is getting better. So
their
eventually,
their customer support shits on TuneCore.
yeah, eventually their dashboard will be better, I'm sure. And TuneCore, they've been around longer. Their dashboard is better, but they're more expensive. You got to pay
Way
like
more.
per
I never
release.
used it.
And yeah, they're not as easy to like. Their customer support isn't
Service
as
is
good. and
terrible.
yeah,
I like that if it gets off a different Spotify page that they can fix it for you. I don't think the TuneCore does that, do they?
They do, but
it-
it's just
it's not as good.
fucking
It takes
difficult.
longer and- yeah.
they just they're slow.
But yeah, so I guess like this direct to Spotify, it's very cool, and especially for any artist to be able to just do that shit for free and as many uploads as you want, whatever, and you can like arrange it on your page. I'm just wondering how intricate they're gonna get with this shit.
So-
because they even mentioned a line about like how you want it to look on your page. I don't know if that just means album art or if that means you're gonna get to actually have somewhat of a layout on your page. Which I don't know, as an artist, being able to like arrange my pages is cool in theory, but I also like the uniformity of Spotify.
And is this something separate from what goes through a distributor? Like as in you're just uploading it for free and you don't get paid for it, or
No, it's instead of a distributor.
so you
How
get
does the
paid
pay
for
work,
it?
though?
Yeah, it mentions something about it. I don't have the article pulled up. I can try to pull it up though.
Mention something about payment because I don't think mine did.
Yeah, it did.
You just don't get paid for it anymore.
No, you definitely.
Well,
do.
because I was almost wondering if it was a Creative Commons license that, like what a lot of the SoundCloud songs are, that they upload like experimental songs with samples in it, but it's a roundabout way to be able to do that legally.
Yeah.
Well, legally. More legally than getting paid for a sample that you never cleared.
True.
Because that could be dangerous. If Spotify's just automatically paying people out for an upload that they put up there.
That'd be crazy.
Artists who directly upload their music will receive 50% of Spotify's net revenue. The service will also account to publishers and collection societies and will keep 100% of royalties on that music.
That confused the fuck
That
out of me.
confused the fuck out of me too.
50% of Spotify's net revenue. So you'll get, I would guess that means you'll get 50% of what the song makes, and 100% of
But why would we not make that now?
Wait.
Too many percentages, bro. What the fuck?
That would be an insane deal because we don't make that. We don't even make close to that now.
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I don't even know.
That would be insane. Because technically what they're saying is
50% of Spotify's net revenue and keep 100% of royalties.
Oh, net revenue. They would get Spotify. Okay, so royalties is what we get paid out right now.
But it says we'll keep 100% of those. So I don't know.
Which we do now anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Through DistroKid.
So TuneCore didn't do that before?
What's the
they do,
50%
but
of
they
Spotify's
charge
net revenue then?
They charge more for you to put the song up.
Like especially nowadays with people doing a bunch of singles and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to pay per release.
corny.
And then you got to
It's $10 per release.
and you got to repay like every year.
$50 per album.
Yo, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yo.
A year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Biggest ripoff.
But whatever,
That's
it's
a ripoff.
It's very new. Like there's only a handful of independent artists that they rolled it out through to just test it and give feedback, and now they're going to kind of roll it out in beta form, and you can get on a mailing list to try to like get it as they work on it and it comes out. But so yeah, I'm not even. I guess that's,
Where's Pang? I saw him fucking doing that, bro. I saw him fucking doing that.
Anyway.
I didn't mean for it to play.
But yeah, I'm not that worried about it as far as the details until it gets to be a bigger thing. But
It's going to be a fucking big thing when it drops, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's going to be
huge.
fucking huge. I know. Like us, I'm not sure. We'll definitely do it to see what it's all about.
So would you
but
not use
at the same
DistroKid?
time, it's like we're gonna have to use DistroKid.
You got to use DistroKid
to get it on everything else. So, like,
because that's not the only thing that we're making money on.
right. So at that point, it's like, does it do us any good to separately upload to Spotify? We'll do it to see what it's all about. But
I think it would be a matter of control because it's like us uploading to SoundCloud. Like we know when we uploaded it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It goes
When it
there
goes on there.
immediately.
I know.
And we can schedule it how we want to schedule
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
With DistroKid, it's like, even with,
3
they're
days.
really good, but
I
it's
know.
like, you never really know.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it'd be really dope to be able to be like, I want to put out a song in an hour, and
Well,
it drops
like,
on Spotify.
Even
Is that
the way
how that would work?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Technically, yes. From what the article
I don't
was
know. I
saying,
never really got into that.
I would bet if they're
It mentions something about being able to set a release time. So I don't know. It might be the same as what distributors have to go through.
distributors only have to go through that though because it's an automation thing. It's like they have to get it from their servers to the other places, so you need time for that to happen. If you're literally uploading to Spotify's server directly, I mean, maybe a day I could see, but they shouldn't need more than that.
That'd be really dope if it was just like.
But even having to wait,
Even so, like for us scheduling stuff for consideration for Spotify playlists, if I can literally like when you guys give me a song and I can be like, boom, here it is, and schedule that with the curated playlist, that's way better than me just giving it to DistroKid and being like, it might show up tomorrow, it might show up in 3 days. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, no, it's a game changer. We'll see how it goes.
Spotify's stepping their game up. That's what I'm saying.
Whipping round town, looking out my window. Whipping round town, looking out my window. Whipping round town, looking out my window.
They're trying to be like the joint. They're trying to be the one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're trying to get other people to start doing that.
Yeah. Well, I think they're trying to get other people the fuck out of here.
True.
They're trying.
Like they're already the biggest streaming platform, and if they do shit like this, it's like
they're trying to reduce the need for record labels.
Yeah,
that's what they're trying to do.
Well, it happened a little while ago, but we didn't talk about it yet. So Eminem, Killshot. I was in Florida, listened to it for the first time with some of the boys, and we just kept replaying it over and over and finding new lines every fucking time.
He won.
I didn't really get a chance to like dive into the timeline and be like, what's everyone saying about it? Like MGK or Eminem, but my Eminem murked him to me.
Eminem fucking won.
Yeah, I think
in my
so
opinion,
too.
I think the MGK had the better song for sure. Like I could listen to MGK song and be like, wow, this is a good song.
Mm-hmm.
But Eminem had definitely better lines.
Yeah, Eminem was a diss record.
Yeah. People were saying it was weak. You're fucking bugging.
I don't understand that, bro. Like I literally don't understand that. If you know rap, like if you're into rap and you actually have an interest in disses,
yeah,
I don't understand how you can think Eminem's was weak. It just makes no sense.
No, I don't think.
First time I
Eminem's
listened to it,
weak.
I was like, wow, this shit's fucking weak, because I was like, I thought it was gonna come harder, and then the more you listen to it, every time you listen to it, you find more lines. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like because I think I was even listening to, what was it, like it might have been the Joe Budden podcast, and they were just like, the fact that he didn't, like, Eminem versus MGK, if he doesn't bury him, like kill him, then it's an L, whatever. Like he's got to absolutely. I'm like, what do you want from him? Like it's a rap. What's he supposed to do? To me, it was like 4 minutes of super witty, super dope lines. He referenced MGK's diss track many times and like responded to it in clever, funny, witty, hard, whatever ways. I don't know what else you want from him.
Yeah, that doesn't. The only thing was, I found that Eminem was literally responding almost word for or line for line to MGK's diss to him.
I thought that was dope, though.
It was. No. And I'm not saying that it wasn't.
That was dope.
I'm saying that I feel like it gave it more of a victorious like feel because he was able to do that. What was MGK responding to? One line.
Right.
That's true.
And MGK just kept talking about like you're old and blah blah.
Right.
Like Eminem said a bunch of fucking shit.
Right.
In clever ways. Like
MGK was just saying everything that everyone has already thought but didn't say. That was basically. But Eminem was actually saying things that like other people didn't know.
Bro, and M is so witty. Like I listened to that a million times.
Line was fucking ridiculous.
And I kept hearing like
that
different shit every fucking time, man.
Yo,
that's the one thing though that, and I know it probably won't happen because I think MGK's already said that he's not going to respond because he didn't feel like it warranted a response. And
MGK said that?
Yeah,
he did.
He did in the Breakfast Club interview.
Okay.
But
I didn't even know he had a Breakfast Club interview.
It literally just got released today. But I would like to hear MGK's response.
So would I.
Line for line, like Eminem did for his, just to see if it could.
That's
stack
why
up.
he's not gonna, bro, because he knows
that he can't.
It's not like MGK has anything on Eminem either.
Right.
Because MGK can't say anything. He literally just said everything everyone else knows. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have anything on
like,
him.
Eminem did reference, and it's true. Like, but and that's what's dope is he didn't just say it, he said it in really dope ways. But yeah, he is giving MGK his biggest moment just by addressing it.
That line was crazy.
He really is though. Like it's true. What's MGK doing right now? Rap Devil, #1 song. Like I'm still blah blah. Okay, dude, #1 song. Why? Because it's about Eminem.
Right. Yeah.
He literally doesn't have I just found that out. I didn't know he didn't have a single platinum album,
bro.
Which is crazy.
It's because Eminem stepped into the ring with them. Like, okay, cool. And I'm not saying don't like. If I had the #1 song, I don't care what the reason is. I'm hyping that up too. But I'm just saying that's why. And Eminem addressed it, and he know the cool thing is Eminem even said shit like that on his album before this beef even happened. Then it happened. Then MGK or then Eminem on Killshot like really went into detail about it. Like, yeah, this is your moment. Like,
I think I don't remember what the line was. He said, "If I diss you,
It was on the Ringer.
What did he say?
I think it was on the Ringer.
He said like, if I diss you, win for you. If
I know exactly
lose
what
for
you're
me or whatever
talking
the fuck it was.
Yeah.
He's literally saying word for word, basically exactly what happened.
I think the only thing M messed up on was just releasing it on Audio Mac. I think he should.
He dropped it on Audio Mac?
Yeah, I think he should have put it on digital stores.
No.
Why didn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It was probably on like YouTube and
it
stuff.
was
whatever.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
it broke a record on YouTube for like the fastest growing
okay,
song.
I believe that, but to me, it needs to be on Spotify and Apple Music and whatever, because like you even look at the success of what Rap Devil was doing.
Yeah,
like Eminem needs to just make it easy to listen
and it's
to
original production, like whatever. I don't get.
I guess
that.
I guess I didn't necessarily check.
I don't either.
No, I really like the diss. I would like to see Eminem go back at him, but I don't think he didn't have to respond in the first place.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
It is? Okay, I'm stupid.
He didn't have to respond in the first place, in my opinion. Like Eminem, Eminem didn't even have to respond to MGK in the first place if he didn't want to.
Yeah.
He's so much bigger than MGK will ever be. That's one thing I didn't like about Eminem's diss, was he was just basically saying like how much bigger he is.
Yeah.
But like Eminem or MGK was saying the same thing about Eminem about how old he was. Like it's just the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the song though. I think that Eminem definitely won.
Yeah. For sure.
And that, I think the MGK kind of won though. He won technically because he got publicity from it. Like he got bigger from it.
Yeah.
But Eminem won the better diss.
Eminem tweeted 22 hours ago, Killshot now on all platforms. So I think it went a while without being on all platforms.
It probably did.
And if he just tweeted that like basically
but then
24 hours ago, it was
MGK's
out there for like almost a whole week.
I don't think MGK's dropped right away on platforms.
No, it didn't.
Either.
It took like a week too.
Yeah. Maybe. But Eminem's debuted on Audio Mac, I'm pretty sure.
Why? I tried using Audio Mac like when I was 16.
MGK's debuted on.
You love debuted.
It debuted on World Star.
Oh yeah.
So it couldn't have been on digital.
Well,
stores.
MGK's was a video too, like
right.
So I
but it wasn't on digital stores right away.
That line he said about Eminem's line where he was like saying like he shot a video to dig his own grave. That was crazy
because he had the shovel in his hand and shit like that. Yeah.
Yo, he's crazy,
dude. Literally,
he's
okay. If you haven't yet.
Oh my god!
Go to Rap Genius and go to Killshot and go line by line, and I guarantee you will be like, oh shit, fuck, oh damn, like, whoa, I didn't even catch that one. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man.
I was trying to listen to one of my friends. He was like, "That's so weak." I was like, "You don't know like what he's saying."
I firmly believe that people that think it's weak missed half the lines.
Yeah, you also kind of have to be an Eminem fan to get it.
Yeah, dude, I loved all the like the stand part.
Yo, that was hard.
Like, here's an autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on a starter cap. Like, Stan, man. He's sunning him, dude.
I played that for one of my friends. He didn't even understand that line. I was like, you're not going to understand the song then.
And especially because MGK kept, like, sucking his dick and then dissing him in the next line. It was perfect.
Yo.
It's a perfect response to that.
Your beard is weird.
Yeah, even the beginning. Like, that's why I liked it, too, because M was back to his... M has always had humor in his shit, but it's also diabolical.
Yeah. Diabolical.
What do you guys think about the whole like same producer conspiracy shit?
What happened? I saw that today.
So I woke up like 2 days ago or something, whenever it was news, and Gary texts me at 8 in the morning, and he's like, Eminem and MGK clearly in on this together. I love how media works and how smart people take advantage of it. And I hadn't heard anything about this shit. And I was like, I quickly like looked it up, and I just said, do you think? And he was like, yes, easy money. Collab to make a spat. Drama sells. Supposedly Rap Devil and Killshot had the same producer. Okay, so I started like looking into it, right?
Is that true?
First of all, it wasn't Killshot. It was the first one that he mentioned MGK on, like off Kamikaze.
So I feel like MGK
not
did
alike.
that then.
Yeah, and then the same producer did, and I don't even think he fully did Not Alike. I think he was just one of the producers.
Yeah, because there's two beats, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Isn't it like cut in half, like how they do two songs?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
But whatever it was, like I was on Not Alike, and then the same producer did Rap Devil. Okay, so right, like, okay, so there's that it wasn't Killshot, and then secondly, I just refuse to believe Eminem would have any interest in coordinating any type of like fake beef with MGK.
No.
Like, MGK is so much smaller than Eminem. He doesn't... Why would he do any of that? And MGK was way before this, like, saying little things about Eminem about, you know, not letting him up to Shade 45 and all this stuff. Like, so do you think this was coordinated way back to that? Or do you think it was coordinated after that? Either way, I think it's stupid, because if it was way before, no, they just wouldn't do that. That's not really realistic. And if it was after, I don't see Eminem going to someone that's got his name in their mouth and being like, hey, let's do this fake spat.
Yeah.
Like, that's not Eminem.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
And then the last thing is just like kind of like what you said. I think maybe to just a non-music person, like, oh, the same producer. To
Do
me,
you know how music
that doesn't,
works?
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Like, and if anything, it's like one of you guys said, it's like maybe MGK did that on purpose, just from like a creative thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get the same producer that he dissed me on.
Dude, producers are so hungry to get placements anyway. Like,
They just send beats.
Yeah.
And like people use them. That beat could
If
have been
MGK
made a year ago.
Right, and if I'm MGK and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he dissed me on this record
Yeah.
that this guy produced. Oh, I got some beats from him.
Yeah, same beat. Yeah.
does everybody think that beats are like literally made the same day that the song is made?
That's why I think
Yeah.
people think sometimes.
Yeah, or that people are like always in the studio together.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. It's like
Yeah.
That
the
never
producer
happens.
and the MC and the
Yeah.
engineers are just all in the same room producing the
Like
symphony.
MGK and Eminem and the producer were all in one room doing this whole fucking shit.
I used to think that. I used to really think that before I started making music.
And that's the thing. Yeah, I don't doubt it, and I think that's why people that aren't like into the music like that
Yeah.
might think that, and that's why it becomes a story. Like I don't know what maybe a Complex article or something that had that headline, and literally all it said basically was these two songs have the same producer. And I scrolled down, and like the first comment was like, you guys are so fucking garbage. Like you literally gave no reasons as to why this was the thing. You just said that the songs had the same producer.
Facts.
And the way that production works, it's like people have to understand how hungry. Like, there's so many producers.
Producers will
so
send
many
packs and packs of beats.
Yes,
I know.
and just
And then
with the hopes of
yeah,
like
one
possibly
song, one song
getting a big placement.
I don't know
like,
who did it. Was he a big producer? Ronnie J, right? Or-
Yeah.
Ronnie,
Yep,
is that
yep.
a big? I don't know.
I
don't
think
know
he's
either.
like, I think he's a mid tier.
Yeah, he's got to be okay if he's
Yeah,
giving
if he's
beats to Eminem
and
like,
MGK.
and MGK. So, but yeah, I don't really know shit about.
He's
him.
not big. He's just
Not like
like
popping or something.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
but he's making money. Like, he's bigger.
yeah.
yeah, but no, I didn't give any
I don't
credence to
believe
that.
That's absurd.
We've talked about Russ a lot.
Love Russ.
Good.
I
So do
hate people who
Hey, Russ.
So
Spec Myers calling me.
I have a really deep dive on this whole Adam22 Russ.
Yo, I hate Adam22.
Okay, you're gonna like my deep dive then, probably.
Who is this Adam22?
You're
No Jumper,
okay.
the guy that does that No Jumper.
What was that?
You're 35. You're like 40 years old.
Isn't he like 35?
Yeah, he is.
So
Then who the fuck is he?
No Jumper. You don't know what that
you've
is?
never heard of No Jumper?
No.
What?
Yes, you have.
Bro, shut the
I think you've
fuck
straight
up.
up watched YouTube videos.
He's the bald dude with the face
The
tattoos.
bald dude with
I literally
with the tats.
just watched like a couple of them just because he came up in
Well,
the
that's him.
timeline.
That's him.
So he just has a
A very popular, very,
big,
very
yeah,
popular.
podcast.
and it's especially with like he
Aspiring.
interviews like aspiring artists and upcoming artists, but more on the side of hip hop that you and I aren't like super in touch with
Yeah.
and into. Like,
gotcha. Okay.
But did you hear about any of the stuff between him and Russ?
Yeah, that was the only reason why I was halfway familiar with him now is I had never heard of him before that.
And Apollo, you're familiar with the situation,
Which
the
situation?
Adams22 and Russ
Yeah,
situation.
where they were talking shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yo, I was watching that live.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
What, you were watching Twitter live?
Yeah. I was like, I kept scrolling down. I'm like, what the fuck is Russ gonna say next?
Eating some popcorn.
Yeah, get your popcorn.
Just tweeting, egging him on. All right, so bear with me. Interject if you really want. I'm using clips from YouTube here, so I'm hoping they're all set up.
Okay.
And I can do this seamlessly.
Wow.
So basically,
History has said not, but
yeah. We talked about the Russ Breakfast Club interview on here before, right? Either last week or 2 weeks ago.
yes.
Adam22 did his own YouTube video.
I saw that.
Basically,
Explaining.
20 minutes talking about the Russ interview, the Russ Breakfast Club interview. Okay, so you guys all know Russ. We've talked about him. Adam22 he's a podcaster. He does interviews and the such on No Jumper, big YouTuber. He's more on the side of the rap artists that like we're not as familiar
So
with.
did he get famous like Academics got famous?
I don't know how.
I think similarly.
Similar like specialties like in
And
that
sort of,
side
but
of
not
hip.
really. I mean, Academics got popular. Most
Yeah,
off
that's
his
true.
Instagram
It's not
and,
really the
like,
same.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did it because he got these popular. He would like get interviews with these people before they blew up, and then they blew up, and they see these interviews.
Like
that
he's
they had.
actually about his business.
Yeah,
he's
he
not
really
just like
is.
some fucking.
And he has a brand too, or like a store or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that
got a
too.
big merchandise side of
He's
No
really
Jumper.
dope.
Yeah, like he's on his shit.
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
definitely. on his shit.
But I don't really listen to him. I know who he is and I know what his channel is, but I don't really because I'm not necessarily a fan of a lot of these artists. I'm not listening. But I think it is important to and not just with this shit, but with anything to listen to the other side of things. Like we talked about with news sometimes. Sometimes it's good to listen to CNN and Fox News and whatever just to get different sides of stuff, and then you can determine for yourself. And so I had strong opinions on a lot of these Russ topics, and I was very pro Russ. Yeah. And then I heard this stuff by Adam22, and I wanted to go listen to it. So,
are you gonna talk about the goons?
No, I'm not gonna talk about that actually, because there was a whole part about a while back, Russ sent people to beat Adam22 up. Yeah. Because you heard about the smoke perp stuff too, and but I'm not even gonna get into that shit.
Okay, we won't get into
but
I think that's whack, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this so this is Adam22 talking about Russ and Russ's Breakfast Club interview that Mo and I touched on a week or two ago. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Make sure the volume's on. Ad.
No jumper. Let's talk.
There's going to be some
ads.
ads.
So first off, I want to get things clear.
We're gonna listen to 20
Throughout
minutes.
my life, I've used Russ as a meme, and I don't want to necessarily apologize, but I do want to acknowledge that the tweets that I made, the jokes that I made at Russ's expense, that was a different version of me. That was a younger, sillier Adam22. And, I learned a lot from the J. Cole experience because I had some J. Cole tweets from back in the day, sort of joking on J. Cole. And then J. Cole pulled up on me and we had a conversation and I realized I respected him a lot and I kind of felt like an idiot. And in this case with Russ, I think that the situation is a little bit more cloudy. But I don't want to get into the habit of treating rappers that I don't necessarily like or listen to as jokes, because I think it's kind of silly. It's not productive. It's not really ultimately going to get me where I want to go. In my career, I want to be known for helping out new and upcoming artists. I don't want to be known as a person who just uses someone like Russ as a punchline.
Okay. First of all, I think people that just make fun of and make shit up about artists like J. Cole when he was basically an internet meme pre-KOD are sad people. I think it's super whack.
Sam.
I think it's also super lame for someone like Adam22 who has a massive audience and like you said is 34 years old.
Yeah, he is.
To A, do that, period. And B, need J. Cole to physically come up to his studio, his station, whatever.
By himself.
And by himself and talk to him. In order for this 34-year-old to realize, wow, that was stupid of me. I don't know this dude at all. He's actually pretty cool. I probably shouldn't be doing all this shit for likes and retweets and whatever.
That shit literally pisses me off. Seeing the Russ text, dude, it has nothing to do with the fucking post.
And he's like, J. Cole came up here and I actually realized blah blah. Who the fuck are you? You don't get that while you're doing this shit, just throwing it out into the Twitter sphere and stuff, that it's fucking corny. Lame. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is it's don't you that's a very I'm king type of mentality. You should explain yourself to me.
Right. Exactly.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm going to just do all this. I don't know you, but I'm going to throw all this mud at your name until you come up and talk to me.
Yeah.
Right. That's fucking lame,
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but okay, go ahead.
I couldn't even imagine wanting. I couldn't even imagine wanting to post Russ. That's just so fucking
there's lots
corny
of
to me.
artists that I don't have respect for out there, and I don't like. But I don't take my time to just get on social media and throw mud on their name. Yeah, exactly. Once in a while, if I crack a joke on someone on the podcast or whatever, whatever. Yeah. Once in a while. But we're talking about getting on Twitter, logging on and typing out this thing to post about someone you just don't know, you don't whatever. But
music's good. Everyone has their own music taste for sure. But there's no reason. There's literally, he didn't do anything for people.
J. Cole is one of the nicest, most positive.
For real.
Okay, you don't like his music. Keep his name out of your mouth. But whatever. Okay, at the end, he's he's at least saying, I've done this. He said something that was the old me, I'm going to turn up, blah, blah. Okay, so at least, he's saying he gets it now, right? Yeah. Okay, I didn't jump ahead at all in this. I just paused that and I'm just clicking play, okay?
That being said, earlier today, I searched my Twitter and I found some of my old Russ tweets and they're really fucking funny. So before we even get into this, I'm just going to bring some of these up.
absurd.
Shut the fuck up. That's a real video.
Okay,
yo.
so everything you just said is out the window. Like, right?
I really apologize, but fuck
Yeah.
That being said,
Fuck Russ.
I found some tweets and they're super funny, so I'm gonna read them.
Right. Like,
Oh my
what?
God.
Okay, so he goes on to share a bunch
I
of
love
these.
that you did that, bro. He planned that shit. He's like, this is funny as fuck.
He goes on to share a bunch of these like negative jokey joke tweets about Russ.
Like, did he just set himself up to read old tweets that he thought was funny?
Yeah, I'll spare you like all the
What a
whatever,
whack
and I'll
human
just
being.
Yeah, no, he's whack.
I'll spare you all those, and I'll jump to the very last one. Okay. Let's see how. Okay, I got it. Let's go.
Adam22 is such a cornball.
That being said, earlier today I searched my Twitter and I found some of my old Russ
wrong
tweets
one.
and they're really fucking funny. So before we even,
I just did that. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the last one.
this is the bad one. What would you rather your child get into, Xanax or Russ? 68% chose Xanax. I'm sorry, Russ. This is really fucked up. But also,
I saw that actually on Twitter when he posted that shit, and I was like, "This is like you're
So okay,
annoying, bro."
me personally, I'm like, whatever. If I was Russ, that would bother me. But also, like, as a celebrity, you unfortunately sign up for the hate just as much as you sign up for the love. Go ahead.
You don't sign up for that though. You know what I'm saying? You don't sign up to become a fucking
Agreed.
a meme.
Agreed. It goes too far.
forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
he like
But
said
that-
it perfectly on Twitter.
That's here's the difference to me though too, is because, and I think me and you would agree because we have kind of the same sense of humor as far as like if one of our friends walked in there to me like during this whole thing and just literally said that to me and was like, "Ha, that's hilarious."
Yeah.
You get the context of it, and you're just between you two, and you can have a good laugh about it.
Right.
Laugh.
Like you're Adam22 bullshit man that has millions of followers and everything like that. That is socially irresponsible.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, and that's the thing. And when that's going on amongst you having Russ's name in your mouth all the time, it's not just
time.
like, oh, I have this one funny tweet I want to throw out there, and then it's it. Like, it's all this shit.
He saw that it was funny and that people liked it, and
Yeah.
he kept going on and
And
on.
yeah, he actually talks, because I'm sparing you all the ones he posts and he shows, but he literally talks about him like a child, like, this one got this many retweets and this many likes, and that's like, it's obvious what you're doing it for. Like, it's just attention.
Oh my God, dude.
But and the thing that really bothers me is like what's gonna follow here, which is basically a whole critique of how Russ goes about his shit, including all his like anti-drug stuff and like how he needs to be more sensitive, blah blah blah. Yeah, he's doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next clip, it's like a minute 40. It's the longest one I'm gonna play. But just let's listen to this one.
Russ, when I hear you talk about drugs during this Breakfast Club interview, I think your perspective is very, very valid. Like, I completely agree that pills and lean and stuff, it's poison, it's genocide, it's killing our youth. The problem is, like, from somebody in my perspective, and I assume you're in somewhat of a similar perspective because you definitely probably are around, you know, younger artists, people who do drugs. Like, you know, from my perspective, I know a lot of people that do drugs, even though I personally don't do anything besides smoke weed, have a few shots, you know, maybe a little bump ski at the end of the night, but help me get some sleep. The issue is that there's a way to do it. There's a way to go about making your opinion heard. And in a situation like, you know, the opiate
There's a way to go about it. There's a way to blah blah blah. Remember the tweet he just talked about.
Yeah.
epidemic, the current drug wave that has taken has taken rap over, basically. Let's just be completely honest about it. It's been a huge, huge change in terms of how people project their drug usage in music. And the thing is that a lot of people are just addicted to drugs. So you want to be careful with how you sort of present your opinions on a lot of this stuff because, you know, people are dying from this stuff. People are addicted to this stuff. People want to stop doing drugs that physically cannot stop doing drugs because they're addicted. I have a lot of friends like that. And the reason why I wouldn't just go to them and say like, yo, bro, you're being a piece of shit. You need to stop drinking lean is because I understand that the power it has over them. I get it. And I want to be sensitive to that. So I think that anytime you're going to make an anti-drug statement in the public eye, you sort of owe it to yourself and to the people around you and to the people who want to consume your message. You sort of owe it to them to go into that conversation from a position of compassion and understanding where they're coming from.
Why?
Okay. I kind of understand what he's saying a little bit, but he was basically, I don't know how to explain this. Like, he's making a big deal to make a anti-drug like thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
Like
my
he's
thing
making
is
that a big deal.
I'm with you. I understand what he's saying, but here's my problem. So if you're anti-drug,
yeah,
you got to be super careful and sensitive about how you talk about it. That's what he's saying.
yeah,
But if you don't care about drugs or you're pro-drugs, you can pop off and say all this stupid shit.
yeah.
Because that's the problem in this hip hop world right now is drugs are cool. And people can say all this dumb shit when it's pro-drugs and drugs aren't a problem. Like I literally just got done playing a clip of him posting a poll. Would you rather Russ or Xanax? Blah, blah. And he's talking about, maybe a little bumsky, whatever. Right? And so when you're talking about pro-drug, we can do it, like whatever. But if it's anti-drugs, we got to make sure we're super, super sensitive and careful. Why? And I'll get into that later.
Doesn't make sense
I'll
to
get
me,
into
yeah.
that
I'm
later.
gonna be
I
honest.
got more to say on that, but it's just like, I don't know. To me, it doesn't really make.
I don't like that.
It's a double standard.
100%.
Like again,
I don't choose to like do drugs or drink or anything. But like I have friends that do it, and I can see like how bad it is, and like you have to have some kind of compassion, but like to a certain point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have a compassion for the struggle.
Yeah, for the
that's-
struggle, but like
that's-
actually doing it, like you fuck
actually,
yourself by doing
but
it.
you did it. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing is they have to have some sort of self-responsibility for their actions. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not there because the world is telling them, "Oh, we feel bad for you."
Yeah.
Well, maybe when you don't feel bad for people, they tend to do other things and get themselves out of the hole.
That's true.
Bad one. What would you rather your child get into, Xanax or Russ?
But we got to be really sensitive when we talk about this stuff, right?
That's so annoying. Dude.
Like that just bothers me. But anyway, okay, so like
Grinds my gears.
one of the biggest things is that shirt Russ was like photographed in, right? And it says,
well, how do you feel about that?
I don't give a.
I don't care either.
Like I'm gonna talk about this more specifically. I want to get through like my clips and then we'll really get into it.
Okay.
But the shirt says whatever it says. He'll probably say it, but whatever. It's basically like you're not cool for doing drugs. You're a loser. Like basically, like how much Xans and lean do you have to do before you realize you're a fucking loser?
Yeah.
But here's a quick Adam22 talking about it.
I don't know. I think that when you look at something like this, it's like as much as Russ wants to explain, everybody took it the wrong way, blah blah blah. It's like no, you were kind of a dick for wearing the shirt in this way. Like this is just, it was just in such bad taste, and I still can't like look at this and think it was a good idea, even though I do agree with the overall message. Okay.
What?
Okay, so you're a dick for wearing the shirt, even though I agree.
I understand why some people are mad because it came at the wrong time with the peep shit.
And that's what I think I got a little 10-second clip he's gonna say. So for the people that don't know,
I actually say, aside from the t-shirt, abusing Xanax and other pills, drugs, etc. in private because you're depressed and other mental issues is one thing, still not good. Constantly recording yourself doing drugs and putting up pics and videos of doing it is when you start choosing to publicly glorify it.
That's
and
a
make
Russ
it an
quote.
Image.
Yeah.
You know, I do agree with this message for the most part. The problem and the thing that made Smoke Perp tweak out about it was just the fact that he said it right after Peep died. And it really just played into this image that he already had, where he's just sort of this elitist dude who's just relentlessly hating on these
people
young,
are
misguided
such
kids
pussies.
who can't stop doing drugs.
okay, so like Apollo was saying, can I understand like the timing of it?
Yeah, the timing is bad.
But at the same time, this is again twice in a row now. Adam22 saying, I agree with the message, but something else was bad about it, like timing or the way you said it.
Double standard.
And to me, like, as much as I understand the sensitivity around somebody's death, isn't that the time that some people need to hear it the most?
I was just about to say that too.
Yes, that's exactly, dude. When does a problem become a big enough problem that we are not so worried about the timing of the message?
Yeah, I know. Like everything is fine and cool and white noise until somebody dies, right?
Right.
And he even says like these young misguided kids, you don't think they know drugs are bad? Like you don't think they've heard that type of shit a million times? What it needs to do, it needs to be made uncool again.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
So if you put on a shirt like drugs are bad, that doesn't do shit.
Right.
But you put on you be brash about it,
Yeah.
or you say it at times where people are actually thinking about that shit, like you lose someone that's important to you because of that shit.
That's when you should hear it.
That's when you need to know, like, this shit is real. It isn't just like drugs are cool and someone says, oh, drugs are bad and they're just killing the vibe and the party. Like, no, this shit actually is killing people.
No, it is. But I guess that's the thing is, imagine like if the world was the opposite and we literally like looked down on people, like it wasn't cool for you to walk around in any sort of case for you to be a drug addict in any sort of form or fashion.
Yeah, I mean, there's massive circles where that's true. Like, it's not the world being upside down. It's just hip hop.
No. But what is hip hop though? It's in the public eye.
No, for sure, yeah.
It's bigger than, it's larger than life, really.
Yeah, it's the biggest genre.
Well, and that's the thing.
It's more than just a genre.
That's why Hollywood is larger than life. Like, Hollywood does not represent what goes on in the United States, but we all look to it because it's on the big screen.
When did like drugs get so popularized?
Dude, that's
because
what I wonder
when
too.
I was younger, they would say that, but I didn't think it was really like that. But now it's getting like out of hand, like in a different kind of way.
See, like drugs they've always been a thing, but and maybe it's just whatever circles I was in or whatever. But I don't think it's true because I remember a period of time where like in hip hop, it wasn't the drug addicts that were being glorified.
It was
and
people
stuff.
who smoked.
It was like people that sold drugs.
Yeah,
but they talked about the addicts as like they talked down to fiends. That wasn't cool.
Right.
Now it's the fucking fiends that are being glorified.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's true.
That's
how hip hop was made though. Like kind of like talking about down on the street life and not making it seem like it was a good thing they were trying to get out.
Yeah,
and
like
now it's trying to seem like people are trying to.
Is
get into
it because
life, which
though?
Doesn't make sense to me.
No, it doesn't. And that's the thing is, the only thing that I can target is, with the internet and everything and YouTube and young kids learning how to like use it and broadcast their shit to a broader audience. That maybe could cause it because they're broadcasting their experimental phase that makes it cool to the other younger kids that get brought up into like seeing that. Whereas before, who was really making YouTube videos? Like people that were like,
everything is more accessible now. So like, and people like to see train wrecks and shit's just entertaining.
Right. But you would never really see that though on YouTube when we were in college or high school.
Yeah. I got one more clip about it and then we can wrap it up. I don't even remember what this one is, but
so this is another part though that I had trouble with in this interview is that at one point he compares
like
the way that people make fun of him and other rappers on social media to the way that people make fun of kids in high school, and basically says that all of those people are just as bad as the kids in high school who would make fun of a girl until she killed herself. Now, I just don't buy into this logic. I'm a grown man. I exist in the public sphere. I'm very aware that the things I say can have ramifications, both in the things that people respond on Twitter saying, people can make YouTube videos about me, people can do whatever the fuck they want. I get death threats. I get comments that say I'm a terrible person, people threatening to do every bad thing under the sun, and it doesn't really get to me because I've been doing this for a long time and I'm just not sensitive enough to give a fuck. You could write a comment right now. Just say, hey, Adam, kill yourself.
But don't make a shirt saying people that do drugs are losers because that's too far.
I was scared for some reason at the end of that. I don't know. That spooked me.
I'm a grown man. Shit doesn't like I'm a grown man, but I get on Twitter every day and tweet about Russ and J. Cole.
Yeah, but I kind of get his logic a little bit. I kind of get Russ's logic, but I mean it's a little extreme. But like I kind of understand what he's saying though.
I'm not 100% with Russ here because to me, again, when you sign up for celebrity, it comes with lots and lots of perks and benefits, and it also comes with downfalls. Yeah. Like it comes with pitfalls. And so I'm not 100% with Russ there. It is extreme, but like, I mean, that's life and people suck. Like you're a big celebrity. You're going to get death threats. You're going to get crazy fucking shit. Like,
there's always
and I'm not saying that doesn't suck, but you get a lot of dope shit too.
Yeah. There's always someone being the piñata like of music. Like someone's always getting bad.
Yeah. But like,
and it's just Russ right now.
I guess it is. Like Adam22 kept saying, and I don't have it in a clip, but he's like, related to this topic, he was like, people are critics. You have to understand people are going to like critique you and not like you and blah, blah. That's fair. But I think what like Russ is saying is more like people are sending death threats and like Mac Miller dies and hundreds of people are tweeting at you like, wish it was you. That's very different than like critics. You know what I'm saying? Like if you drop a bad album and people are like, that album sucks. Like blah blah. I don't want to ever listen to you. Like I'd rather have fucking earplug. I'd rather carve my fucking eardrums out and like then listen to your music.
Yeah.
Okay. But when like someone dies and you're like, I wish it was you. I get more what Russ is saying as far as like this is a big high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially this day and age, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And it's like we have a new breed of celebrity that has to deal with all of this shit.
Social media.
That hasn't ever been experienced in the history of the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always evolving.
Never.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm on the side of like, I don't want like, for lack of a better word, regulation. Like, stop. I'm not so worried about like how people are saying things and stuff and more worried about what they're saying. And that's why this particular topic, like I'm very much on Russ's side. First of all, the drug epidemic is huge and a big problem. Like it's just accepted in hip hop in so many circles. And Adam22, did you see the bunk shit?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Did you?
Why didn't he tell him not to? I mean, he did try.
Yeah, but dude, he literally had him on his show basically ODing.
Yeah.
And,
I heard.
And posted it.
Yeah, he did.
Like his friends had to drag him out of there.
Yeah, he could have not posted it for sure.
God.
Did you see that Boonk is like, he like is sober again?
No, I didn't.
He's sober again and he changed his name.
Really?
John something.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just happened like 2 days
But it's like, it's just that type of shit that like, okay, is Russ, does Russ do everything perfect? Does Russ, blah, blah, can he be too brash? Can like, whatever. Yeah. But if we're talking about like, Russ's message is anti-drugs and anti-promoting drugs and anti-drugs are cool.
He's not hating on people for doing drugs. He's hating on people for promoting drugs, which is the difference.
There's a huge difference.
But then you got someone like Adam22 saying all this shit, and I can understand some of the stuff that Adam22 is saying, but also you do shit like that. Like you post the tweets about Russ. You fucking have someone literally ODing on your podcast.
Yeah.
And just go post it. Like, what shirt do you want Russ to wear to get his point across? Because you agree with his message, right? Yeah. Adam22. You agree with his... Adam22 agrees with Russ's message, I'm saying. So what shirt would he like him to wear? Drugs are bad?
If you could please.
Yeah.
Wear a Dare shirt.
Like, I don't think that draws much attention. Like,
wear a Dare shirt.
Yeah, like...
Just wear a Dare shirt around.
That's the fucking issue to me is drugs are cool, so Russ makes a shirt attacking its coolness. You're not cool for doing drugs. You're a loser. And I don't think... Russ has also clarified that in hella interviews, too, with what you just said. He's saying, like... the white suburban kid that does it at a party because it's cool, because it's been glorified. Yeah. That's what that shirt's targeting. It's not targeting the addict that is from the fucking streets and doesn't know any better and does it as a release and is addicted and isn't glorifying it. Like, I think I talked about on a previous podcast. I've known addicts. They're embarrassed by it. They don't think it's fucking tight.
Yeah.
They're not out here making t-shirts with their addiction on it and selling it to people.
Right.
So that's what Russ is targeting with that shit. It just fucking bothers me, dude.
Well, but I guess that's the thing is like in what you said about censorship, I feel like there's two sides of this where people like believe in censorship because they don't think that they think that everybody should technically have the right to be what they want and everyone should be cool with whatever, which is great in a fantasy world or whatever. But in the real world, we have to like be blunt and we have to be forceful kind of as far as using our words to make a change in things that are bad.
Yeah, and I mean, especially look how...
we have to change the people. We're not changing the voice.
Well, look how clickbaity society is too. Like, every time you go see Russ do like a Breakfast Club interview or a big whatever, they're always like, what do they always say? I don't really know much about you, but it's like, fuck Russ, right? Like, that's what he's known for on the internet. And I've literally known people, like, Danny the other day when we were on the bus, he's like, we brought up Russ and he's like, I don't really know shit about him, but he like something about like, he's taking a bunch of L's or whatever, like, right? No, bro, that's just an internet thing. And it's like,
what is he taking an L for?
Yeah.
Someone explain that
But that's what I mean, the clickbait thing. So it's like Russ's t-shirt, right? And him posting that as a picture. If you want to get that point across, you have to do it in a way like that.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it works both ways.
It's literally like being a parent almost. It's just like you have to be blunt about shit. Like, this drug addict is not going to listen to you when you're like, could you please, sir, stop doing drugs? It's bad for the environment and for people.
Yeah. Well, and
like, what the fuck? they do what they do best, and they laugh
not
and
to
they
mention Russ.
That's hilarious.
I don't
by
think
the
he's
way.
necessarily trying to like save, because it's so hard to do, to save the addict, to save the person doing
Trying
the
to save
drugs.
the people that aren't doing
He's
them.
yes, he's trying to save the people listening to the
Yeah.
tastemakers and stuff.
Well,
You
but
know what I'm
that's
saying?
the
Like,
first step,
kids,
though.
drugs are. I know that's what I'm saying. Drugs
Yeah.
are not cool. He's not talking to the person that's necessarily already addicted to the drugs.
No,
Like,
I
yeah,
know.
that would be
They're
great. But
they're already-
you're talking to the person that's like looking at that, being like, "Oh, my favorite artist is doing all
Right.
this fucking lean and shit," and Russ is saying that's not cool.
Right.
I
But
don't have a problem
being
with that.
subtle is not going to change that.
Oh, I want to finish it off, like letting people that aren't familiar with like the situation in Adam22. This tells me that Adam22's opinion of Russ is already clouded, and he's
be
just
honest,
a hater.
Like earlier this morning, I got a text from somebody who, because of a tweet that I had yesterday about this interview, which, by the way, I'll talk about this one. I posted this yesterday. I saw 60 seconds of the Russ interview on The Breakfast Club, and he managed to shame Charlamagne for not knowing about a booking agent. Well, a lot of people pointed out that this was sort of a silly or
God.
singular reading of an interview, which I get that. Look at my follow-up was 90% of listeners are only vaguely aware of what a booking agent is, and Russ thinks he's going to win points by acting elitist towards Charlamagne, not a recording artist or involved in booking artists for shows for something like that. This dude really is a dick. Okay. I mean, I still kind
Those
of
are
stand by
Adam22
this, although
tweets.
The only...
And I'm going to let it ride
I
just
saw
to let
this
you
before
know.
I saw the full interview. Was in this
wasn't
little
shaming.
trailer for it. It was this little 60-second thing. I would agree that once I saw the full interview, this is not the most interesting thing to tweet about from the interview. So I will acknowledge that. But I still think it's a good point because it's just this moment where you just kind of catch the Russ dickhead vibe that pisses
I'm sorry, I
people
gotta let
off
it
so
ride.
much, where he just sort of takes this thing like a booking agent. Most people don't know about booking agents. Now, I agree that Charlamagne is sort of in the music industry, so it makes sense for him to know about a booking agent. And Charlamagne has a kind of nice track record of like not knowing about significant things in pop culture they should know about, such as Little Skies and Take A. But, you know, it's just, you got to pick your spots. And I just don't think that, like, you know, being shocked at Charlamagne for not knowing about that during the interview was really a good look. But again, it was a tiny percentage of the podcast or of the Breakfast Club interview.
Okay, so he spends a minute and a half talking about Russ shaming Charlamagne for not knowing this booking agent, right? Whatever. And I know you guys know, but for our listeners, I'm going to play you Russ shaming Charlamagne.
He literally was okay. This fucking thing. Oh
Play
my
that.
God.
Play that. shit.
It's like, oh,
when
you
I
ever-
knew I wanted, because I watched a bunch of Breakfast Clubs. I watched all the Breakfast Clubs in the world. I watched all the
he watched all the
everything,
Breakfast
bro. We studied this stuff like stalkers. You feel me, in the basement. So I knew Cara Lewis was the one. You know,
Who's that?
Cara Lewis, the booking agent.
I don't even know who that is.
You don't know who Cara Lewis is?
He's not. He doesn't book our acts or.
Still, like Eminem, yay, like it's crazy. Okay, anyway, I knew that from just studying the game. You know what I'm saying? And back then, it was like Peter Schwartz and Cara Lewis. So we were like, yo, man, if we can get Peter Schwartz, Cara Lewis. But
I want to let it carry on just a minute, just so everyone knows. That was it.
That's literally when like someone's like, oh, you've never, like, I'm thinking of something, right? Like, oh, you've never had RC Cola? That's crazy.
Yeah. One of our
Like,
first
that's it.
podcasts,
That's like,
you said like
that's not fucking
Elon Musk
shaming someone.
and I didn't know who he was, and
That's
you were like,
the
you don't know who
definition
Elon-
of shaming.
right? Like, oh my god, bro,
Soft.
Yeah, and he's tweeting about it and talking about how Russ is a dick and spends a minute and a half on his podcast. Like, you got something against this dude, bro.
Oh
Like,
my
I don't know what happened.
God.
I mean, I do, but
like, holy fuck.
That is absurd.
But that was even before he knew Russ sent it.
yeah, that's true. Fuck.
So whatever,
Dude, that's
man. I know
crazy
that was
'cause
a super long dive, but that's the most I've even looked into. Like,
I watched
Adam22.
that whole interview and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, and that explains it because it was so minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it was like 10 seconds.
And not to mention, Adam22 even said he after
It's just part of a normal conversation.
Yeah. Oh, you've never had that?
halfway
Oh,
through his thing, Adam22 even said, but yeah, Charlamagne is part of the music industry, and like maybe he should know. So, like, even though he wasn't shaming him, you're also saying it is surprising that Charlamagne didn't know, just like Russ thought. Like, whatever, man. So now I didn't really know much about Adam22. Now I have a pretty like shitty opinion of him.
Yeah, I don't really. I think that Adam22 is a cornball.
Yeah,
just
seems
because
like it.
I don't like his opinion.
Dude, he seems super soft.
He just seems like he's trying to be like a young kid again, trying to thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
very two-sided too.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully all of our listeners haven't tuned out because that was so long. But it's just like, I don't know, man. It's cool to chop that shit up and point out people's like hypocrisy and just absurd opinions, because like I started it with, it is good to me to to listen to both sides of things. I listen to Russ talk and I'm like, man, I agree with all that shit. Yeah. And then you got someone that feels the exact opposite. Okay, let me hear what they have to say. Okay, yeah, I do disagree with everything you're fucking saying. So, whatever.
That's fine.
All right.
How long have we been?
1:15. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'll save my last topic for next week.
Word. I'm getting too hot in the seat.
I'm getting pretty warm in here.
New Apollo single next week.
Ooh. You got anything you want to tell the fans?
No, I don't really have anything right now.
Oh, he said fuck the fans.
No, I'm dropping a song next week, and my what's it called? My remix just dropped today.
Or
yesterday.
Yep.
From this podcast.
Remix. Twitter, Instagram exclusive.
Yep.
Video, just a little video.
Yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes because we shot the same day.
Give a shout out to your socials so people can follow you.
Okay. My Twitter, everything is Apollo Mission 27. My Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, everything is Apollo Mission 27.
That's Mission 27.
Yes.
In case you didn't catch it. Apollo Mission 27.
Apollo Mission 27, you want to see? I always do that. I used to do that. One guy I did a feature for literally asked me to do that for him. He's like, can you please just put in the song, like, follow me to Apollo Mission 27? I was like, what the fuck? Why would I do that? So I did it, though. You can literally, it's an
So I did it, so I fucking did it.
At the beginning, it's Apollo Mission 27, follow me, you know what I'm saying? I fucking go rap and shit. It's
nice.
Funny.
All right. We're outroing to that new shit dropping next week.
I'm on that joint.
Yeah, you are on that joint. Unfortunately.
Sleeping on the terrace, then my house is filled with roaches, but that shit I finally cherish. You know how I feel when you napping for your dinner, and you know how I feel when no jackets in the winter. I would heat myself on the stove. Fuck it, we were so broke, and I ain't never had shit. That's why I do this all on my own. Yeah, I do this all on my own. Write, record every song. Bitch, I'm poppin', finna poppin'. The next 3 years time when they drop this shit. I'm never backing down. I used to wish I was different, but guess what they asking now? Trap house tryna make a living, let me get it. Never ended in the city for a minute, tryna make a dumb call. And you don't really know what I be on. And you don't